Hey, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Oz Chris, here with reviews on Aquaman number 44 and The Man Without Fear number 4. So starting off with Kelly Sue DeConnick's Aquaman number 44. And I'm going to, right off the bat, art is amazing as always. So we start off, first panel, amazing. This artwork, the detail, all of it, the coloring, absolutely amazing, spectacular. Robson Roker, I think it was. Yeah, Roker. Robson Roker, yes. Robson Roker and Sunny Cho on art and coloring. I've been doing an amazing job so far. Only been 2 issues. Art and everything is amazing. So we start off with Mera. Mera is missing Arthur. She feels like she's missing a huge part of himself, as huge part of herself. She says, all I can feel is his absence. Going with this whole, I have a gift, a powerful gift. I can transcend the illusion of separateness, extend my being beyond the limitations of the body, find the water, and become it. I can fashion this extension of myself into a brutish weapon, or I can make a work of art. I know his shape now like I know my own. I have been the water on his skin, traced the contours of his neck and back in a bead of sweat, felt the waves that emanated from his chest, and his heartbeat quickened at the sight of me. But right now, I can feel his absence. And I don't know what's up with the dialogue here, because Mera refers to as herself as if she's more than one person. As this woman, one probably a royal servant, says, Your Majesty, if it pleases you, may I give the court some idea of how much longer they'll be waiting? And Mera says, It does not please us. It does not please us at all, Lady Eleanor. Her character's Lady Eleanor. And she's like, I beg you, no, forgive us. These events have us on edge. So of course, Your Highness, my queen, never in the history of all the 7 seas has there gathered a worthy group of suitors. So with Aquaman gone, she's the queen. I don't think people. I mean, the whole of the previous Aquaman story arc was Mera's going to be queen because we don't want Aquaman to be king anymore. No, all the people that want to rebel against Wrath is no, we're okay with the decision we made to overthrow Arthur, but Wrath was a stupid replacement. We need to get rid of him. Mera, you can be our replacement as long as it's not Arthur. We don't want Arthur. It'll be you. So, but we too are hoping for a miracle, lady. So I don't know why she's talking as if she's more than 2 people, unless it's a royal version. I know there's supposed to be it's royal versions of we or us or whatever, something like that. I don't know. It just felt a bit weird. I don't know, but continuing on, Aquaman or Andy. Andy here is trying to find out answers about himself. He's found out his powers to manipulate or do something with the water, etc. So he's trying to get answers, but he's not getting them properly. But one of the characters, he believes is a witch. She promises to at least help him, send him on the way to give him answers to Nama, Kali's mother. And we have a little moment where Aquaman tries to convince Kel to join him, but doesn't really work off well. It does seem like they're setting it up that they could be a couple, but I'm hoping it's not permanent. Aquaman just realizes, I have Mera. Bye, Felicia. See ya. I'm actually in love with someone else. I don't need you, Cal. See ya. Bye. But they head to the beach where all the islanders are doing this ceremony to help prepare Aquaman to send him on his way to get answers, to go to Nama. And this could be foreshadowing. They're all saying these names, probably godlike names, and in the fire is the form of these gods. I don't know if it's foreshadowing that it's actually them, or it's just part of a ritual, and each person plays the part of the god or whatever, or something like that. But I like these panels of them saying the gods' names, like what they are, etc., and the flames showing what the gods look like, is definitely great. I really like that. And they help send him off his way, as they call him, his champion. They send their champion off the way by deciding to drown in it, and I'll leave him there. I'll leave it right there. So, this wasn't a bad issue. It really wasn't. But it had a weird mix. It felt like filler, but it wasn't. It wasn't filler, but it still felt like filler. This is, at least for me, there's this weird sense of that. It's a paradox. It's filler and not filler at the same time. It's still, slightly progressed the story. Aquaman's being sent off, drowned, to go look for the answers to who he is, because one of them is purposely keeping him away from the questions and answers, but he believes he's ready to know the truth about himself. So the story still progressed, but it still felt like, is this filler? No, it's not, because the story's progressing. It's this weird sensation for me. I haven't had with other comics before, but all in all, it wasn't a bad issue. It wasn't bad at all. I still liked it. So still going good so far with Kelly Sue DeConnick. So on to Man Without Fear number 4. Kingpin confronts hospitalized Matt Murdock. Pretty much. So Matt is pretending to be asleep because the freaking Kingpin is in his room. Matt has given up on his rehabilitation, so he can't walk, or at least can't walk properly. And Kingpin's there to kind of gloat that Matt's a sad, broken, crooked little man. You would think you'd have learned your lesson after the first truck. But no, he's there to gloat, and it kind of reminding of him of he says, "I love a night like this. I always have ever since your friend joined us, Daredevil." Recounting his first kind of a confrontation with Daredevil, and he kind of how do I say, having been prepared and having learned about Daredevil's weakness. Pretty much learning their first proper confrontation, and he was ready to fight Daredevil. And in the end, he found out about his weakness. And there's kind of a slight hint that maybe he knows, like subconsciously, he knows that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. As he says, it was magnificent. You were helpless, and all it took was, and then he corrects himself, Daredevil was helpless. I don't know why and it's like, oh Lord, he can't know. It's impossible. And the little Daredevil skeleton is that, but if anyone could, it'd be Kingpin. So, leading up, Kingpin continues recounting having almost beaten Daredevil. As he says, I can still feel it. I can still feel. They're both talking like, I can still feel it. I can still feel it. The mighty Daredevil, bane of my existence, helpless. He hit me like a meteor, a comet, an avalanche, a truck. And he's like, I was right, something about the snow you don't dare operate in. But when you hear that the king of crime is to personally take possession of some tasty contraband, then you risk it. So he trapped him there purposely in order to figure out what Daredevil's weakness is, and this leads to a great moment where Kingpin says, I could kill you right here, Murdock. Murder you in your bed and in your sleep, and nothing would happen to me. Listen to Fisk gloat on and on. I'm angry, and Matt purposely just wakes up. Go on, then do it. Kingpin is surprised, and Matt's just like, do it or get the hell out. If you want to kill me, I'm right here. Go on, do it. Yeah. And he's like, I'm broken, I'm wrecked and ruined, and worst of all, I'm afraid. So afraid. But I'm not the only one, and that's something. It does kind of it's leading up to this whole story arc is that Matt is afraid for one of the first time in his life being Daredevil. He's really afraid, and he doesn't want to be Daredevil anymore. But he's almost coming to terms that he is not the only one. he's not the only one suffering as well. And yeah, this was a good issue. I think the previous issue was much better, but this wasn't a bad issue either. Although I'm kind of disappointed that it's kind of spoiled that Matt is still going to be Daredevil with this promo. Daredevil #1, no fear. Matt Murdock is reacquainted with pain and terror. I don't remember solicits, but I know from at least from issue #1 they kept it obscured. They don't tell you, is it Matt? Is Matt still going to be Daredevil? But this whole story arc is him dealing with, he doesn't want to be Daredevil anymore. So it does kind of, this promo kind of ruins the surprise. It's just like, oh yeah, Matt is determined to learn from his mistake. Learn from his mistakes, start from the ground up again, to be the man without fear again. He's afraid, and he needs to relearn how not to be afraid, to not have that fear while he is Daredevil. So they could have just put it, Daredevil #1, no fear. Daredevil is reacquainted with pain and terror. Not Matt Murdock, to kind of keep that little secret that, is it Matt that's back? But anyway, that's it for these two, Aquaman #44 and Man Without Fear #4. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.